If you love to work in chainmail and you love to have those gorgeous designs where you use lots of jump rings, you may be interested in a way that you can make multiple amounts of jump rings and to make them in a uniform way. And to help us with that, Mark Nelson from Rio Grande is joining us. Hi, Mark.
Hi, how you doing?
You always have such great projects. Now, if you're working with a lot of jump rings, there is an easier way, isn't there?
There is an easier way to make a lot of jump rings that are going to be exactly the same size.
Okay, tell us how we're doing and what we're working with.
Okay, well, one of the first things you want to do is you want to pick the size that you need. And this will be a mandrel. This one happens to be 5 millimeters, so that the inside diameter of the jump ring will be about 5 millimeters. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and put that in our winder here. This is
and there's different sizes here, correct?
There's all kinds of different sizes, from all the way from
oh yeah, look at all of those.
1 millimeter to, you know, ½ an inch.
Okay.
So there's all
so you don't have to feel limited. If you want to work with tiny jump rings or from even the really large ones, we have something for you.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So you're going to pick your mandrel and put it in the winder and take the chuck key and just get a good tight turn.
Okay.
Okay. Now what you need to do is you're going to need a flex shaft that has this kind of handle on there.
Okay.
And this is called the blade guard and the blade guide. This fits over the handpiece, and the blade is a metal blade that has teeth. And it's going to go in there. And if it's not quite open all the way, just open it just a little bit and slide this into the handpiece.
Okay. And then tighten it up.
And then tighten it up good and tight.
Yes, you don't want that to come loose.
Right. And you see this blade right here? This is the blade guide through here. And this blade has to be lined up on the blade guide here. So we're good.
So you measure it out.
Right. And all you need to do, there's a nut right here. And you're just going to thumb tighten that.
Okay.
This doesn't have to be tightened with a wrench or anything.
So you want to make sure, though, that it's just tight enough where it's not going to move.
Right, exactly. And just make sure that that blade is right in the middle of that hole. There we go. I think we're good there.
Perfect.
So now we're ready with our cutter. What we want to do now is go ahead and make a coil of wire.
Okay.
And for this, I got some copper, some enameled copper wire. It's a nice purple that we can see it really well.
That's a nice color.
That's a beautiful color.
And obviously, depending on what the design is that you're trying to create, you can go ahead and use different colors and shapes and all kinds of stuff.
There's gold, silver. There's a little gap between the teeth on this jaw, and you shove it in the gap, bend it like that, then use your thumb, and you're going to wind it into a coil.
So your thumb is guiding it.
Right.
Wow, look how easy that is. Sure beats doing it manually.
Oh yeah. Now if you're doing a whole bunch of these and your thumb gets tired, you can take a ring clamp like this. And there's a little wedge. It goes in the ring clamp. Wedge it in there. And then you can just do this. Now what you're looking for is you want a nice, as long a coil as you can make without making it too big that it won't fit in the trough of the coil holder.
Right, there it is.
So there we are. And this slides right off. You want to take the tail end, go ahead and cut it off.
Okay.
Both ends here. Now what you want to do is you want to find a trough that this fits into. Okay. Now you also want to make sure that your coil is not long, so long, you want a gap on either end, about 1 inch.
So it's got to be short enough to fit within the ramifications of this, but what is the definition of which one to put it in? It has to be high enough or low enough, or?
So we got the right length, and to pick which one's high enough or low enough, you want to make sure that the coil sticks out of the trough a little bit.
All right.
Okay. You don't want it really big, like on a really skinny one. That'd be way too big.
Gotcha.
Okay. So this one fits just right.
Okay.
Now what we want to do is you want to support that coil when we cut it. So we're going to take a wood dowel rod that fits inside that coil.
Okay.
The closer the fit, the better, but it doesn't have to be exact.
Okay.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cap here and lay it right on the coil. And if you look on, let's see.
Yeah, is there a right side or a wrong side?
This side is the bottom side. And we're going to sit that and fit that on there. And that'll grab the coil. And these little cap screws go in here and screw it down. But before we do that, I almost forgot, we got to take our lubricant and really lubricate this really well. Be generous.
Okay.
This will extend the life of the blade.
Any particular kind of lubricant, or?
This kind of lubricant works really good because it's kind of waxy. And if you were to use an oil or something like that, it kind of gets everywhere.
Okay.
So
Good.
we're going ahead and clamp this down a little bit.
Perfect.
And you just want it snug.
Okay. Love that there's a tool for everything.
There just about is. And if you notice, there's a slight little bend, a little bit of an arc, and that's going to be perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Safety first.
Safety first. You're going to get our glasses on. Now what you want to do is you want to fit this blade right in the track.
Okay.
Okay. And we're good and loose. And when you do the flex shaft, you want to go full speed with a nice, slow, even motion across the jump
And of
rings.
course that has the foot pedal too.
Right. So we're going to go full speed. And let the blade stop before you pull it out.
That's a good tip.
You can smell that it cut that wood a little bit. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, look.
Now we have a bunch of jump rings.
A plethora of jump rings.
We can do that all day if we wanted to.
Make it different colors, different
yeah.
sizes. You know what's nice is if you get all of this done right away, and then you can go ahead and start designing your project, which is a nice variety of them, which is good.
Another thing I like to do is actually use twisted wire. And you can twist together gold and silver, copper and silver, all kinds of different things. Mix up your metals and do exactly the same process.
Yeah. That's kind of fun.
Now, if you're working with half hard wire for some reason that you need it, you do want to expect a little bit of spring back. This winding does work hard in the metal just a little bit. And when you let go, the coils relax and they'll get a little bit larger.
Right.
So what you might want to do is actually step down a little bit on your mandrel size. And that'll kind of account for the spring back.
Oh, that's a good tip, to make sure you have the proper size that you want. You start off one way and you end up the way that you want. Okay.
And again, we're going to be really generous with this.
Then you have to put the doll in the inside.
We're going to just do the same size.
Same size. That's so funny. I mean, look how wonderful these jump rings are. Even when you go into, retail environment looking for something like this, it's hard to find them, and you can make them.
Yeah, they're totally custom. And the nice thing about this is you can do square wire, triangle wire, half round wire, all different types.
Yeah.
And we're checking our little our bin there.
Perfect.
Just a little bit more.
We're going to cut this one real quick, and then we'll show you some of the finished ones too.
There again, start full speed. Nice even motion. We'll let that blade stop.
I can smell it.
That's the wood from the dowel rod. That's why you use wood.
Yeah.
You don't want to use a metal rod inside there at all.
Yeah.
And then now we have a bunch
it.
of twisted
Perfect.
wire.
That was wonderful.
Well, thank you.
And I just want to take a moment to just look back on some of these designs again. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you.
That was great. We'll be right back.